The Lakers play the Warriors. I I don't know who's going to win the series. I believe the series will go into 7 games because hey, the Lakers, they have LeBron James. He's a dominant force. Like he's been dominant force for like 20 years. But he's always great, but he's not just great. He's now getting smarter and smarter at 38 and a half years old. I'm like, you're 38 and you're getting more smart. His rebound game is getting up. Like when he gets 20 points, he gets 20 rebounds with it. And plus, he's making better assists. But not just that. Austin Reeves, he's a young talent. He's coming up. He's doing such a great job. I saw him play against Memphis and he was making those buckets. That's why they call him Hillbilly Kobe. And Anthony Davis, I would never expect this season to be Anthony Davis starting to average 25 to 30 points in postseason. Last year, I would never think that due to his injuries. He's now looking like the AD of the Pelicans and his first year on the Lakers. He's looking like the AD with the Pelicans and his first time on the Lakers. He's looking like that kind of AD. And Rue Hachimura, that man was a great pickup. He was due to them getting him. He's actually putting in a good 15 points. Sometimes he gets 20, but he gets like a good 15. He is actually helping the Lakers out big time. And don't get me started, D'Angelo Russell. That man, D'Angelo, the Lakers getting D'Angelo, like him returning, whew, he made him more dangerous. Because sometimes he will get 30 points, sometimes he get 20 points, sometimes he get 15 points. But one thing about him, he plays with sheer determination. You can't beat him. He's like he's always dedicated to win. He has that LeBron James attitude and mindset, and so does the Lakers. They're playing like they're. It's kind of like they got their attitude from LeBron, but they like I would never expect that. It's like mind blown. But also, don't even start the Warriors. Stephen Curry, that man. I'm like, you're 35 years old. You just turned 35, and you're actually hitting 50 points in a game. You're hitting a lot of these 3-point shots. I'm like, 50 points in a game, and you carry the Warriors. He's going to be a problem. He's going to be a big problem for the Lakers. It's going to be hard to guard Curry, and we all know when Curry gets hot, it would encourage Klay Thompson and Jordan Poole to get hot with him, because once Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson and Jordan Poole all hit the 3 pointers, game over, game over. It's going to be hard to beat that. This is why I think this series will go to 7 games, because the Warriors got a lot of great shooters. You can't like when Stephen Curry, you got the best 3-point shooter in Stephen Curry. Klay Thompson, who's trying to catch up, but he's definitely not as good as Curry. But Klay Thompson, he can get hot. It's gonna be scary to guard him. He could be scary to guard too. And don't even start on Jordan Poole. That man, that man can go off, and he could be hard to guard. I saw him play basketball. He was helping the Warriors sometimes. And don't get me started on Draymond. A player like Draymond, he's always comes in day in day out playing great defense. I'm like, dang man. It's like, but don't get me wrong. The Warriors, they're not the same team because you could tell the guys are getting old. But at the same time, but at the same time, I have to actually admit about this. They have some sparks of their young selves when they go off. And when they do that, they can be a big problem. And they have a young talent of Jordan Poole. That's going to be hard. This is why I think the series would go to 7 games. But I think the Lakers could barely win because the way I saw them play Memphis and handled them down, they beat Ja Morant, and Ja Morant's a great player. But on top of that, they beat Dillon Brooks. They beat them, and I'm like, yeah, man. If you guys can beat Memphis, you can beat the Warriors. I really believe the Lakers could still win. And another thing is this. I really believe the Lakers can go far. This might be their hardest series they play. But also this is what's surprising me right now. The Nuggets are beating the Suns up. We didn't expect Denver to go 2-0 on the Phoenix Suns. I'm like, what? I'm like, dang. I'm like, you're making Kevin Durant look hopeless. Devin Booker's doing good. Chris Paul's doing all right. Kevin Durant, he's doing all right, but you're stopping these great people. Don't get me wrong, Jokic, he's proven that he's underrated and that nobody should have underrated him. He's playing out there. He's outplaying the Phoenix Suns. I'm like, dang. I would never expect a team like the Suns getting crushed like this, getting beat like this. And now they got Jamal Murray back. That team, if they upset Phoenix, if the Nuggets upset the Suns, that will be something big. That will be something crucial. And another thing about it, I'm actually another playoff series. What was kind of impressive was, I mean, this one was kind of like expected because they were great. The 76ers they beat the Celtics 119 to 115. Like, I mean, I can see why, because I can see they have the tools. James Harden is like, he's a great player. Shoot, you can't beat. It's hard to beat the Beard. It's hard to beat that guy. He's unstoppable. He could be unstoppable. Once he gets unstoppable, he's gonna put 30 points or 22 points, at least 20 to 30 points on your team. And he might put a few 3-pointers, but he's gonna make a lot of great layups, great mid-range shots. But I know that man, he can be a problem. But also Joel Embiid. Now that man, that guy, he plays some great defense. Like, shoot, when the guy comes up, he could block all the shots and everything. And not just that, he can drain a 3-pointer, and he can muscle his way into the paint. Like, you can't beat that man. If they beat the Celtics, I will be surprised. I mean, no. I'll take it back. I will be a little bit surprised because the Celtics lately, the past 3 years, Boston's been like, they've been looking like they've been crushing everybody in the East. Like Marcus Smart is a great defender. He might be a slightly better defender than Draymond Green. And they're going through Marcus Smart's defense. That's impressive. And despite how much Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, how well they're doing in the game, I'm shocked to see the 76ers beating them. I'm like, hey, if the Sixers win, those Kobe Shaq comparisons to actually James Harden and Joel Embiid would be accurate. If the 76ers do beat the Celtics, I see those comparisons as legit. those comparisons to Kobe and Shaq. Even though I don't like seeing, even and come from a man that I don't like seeing other people today getting compared to Kobe and Shaq. But because Kobe and Shaq, they were something great. But like hey, if they can beat Boston, that's the best team in the East. That's the best the East can offer. Might as well compare them to Kobe and Shaq. Yep. Yep. This is sports time with Carl. Good night, everybody. Be a champion.